Hey friends, so today I'm going to give just a brief tutorial on the different things, the different materials and what they mean. So if you go into your course, any course, you're going to get this nice little add materials button. Let me click on it. So if you add a folder, obviously that's a folder that you can put multiple folders in. Add assignment, that's going to have something due. Okay, so they have to do something and then turn it in. Add test and quiz. That's something that you can actually make in Schoology. And add assessment is a very similar design. We haven't really had to worry about these things because Florida Virtual Learning, the district, has given us those pre-tests and those tests for literacy, but you may have to do a pre-test or something like that. Add file, link, external tool. This is where, if you click on it, you can just put a random file up. You'll see that this is a lot of the Florida Virtual Learning. It really is all the modules. And so it's essentially embedding another program, interactive program into Schoology, and then a link. So the hard part about a link is that it just shows the link. So if you're trying to say click here or give directions, it's not really going to be useful. There's add discussion, and the discussion, we can open it up. You can name it practice discussion. Come in here and what's your favorite color? Comment below. You can tell them, okay, well, you have to do this by, August 22nd, 11:59 p.m. You can grade it if you want, but you can also leave that alone. And then if you hit create, it's going to pop up underneath. So we'll go to the practice discussion so you can see it. And anybody can write a comment. Now, they can upload a file. So say with your kindergarten through second grade babies, if they're just not really ready to write down their answers or type out their answers, they can practice writing it or draw a picture, and then the parents can actually take a picture of what they did and then upload it as a file. So you can still see that they're doing the work. You can put a link in there. They can do a resource, which is more for our side of things. Your kiddos really won't be using that tab. And then they could also record themselves. So they could just speak it and you could hear their response, or you could do audio and video where they do a little quick clip of themselves. So multiple ways for them to respond. And the fun part about a discussion board is they can actually like other people's comments and comment on them too. So it really gets kind of fun going back through there. So I'm actually going to delete this. You can unpublish it before we delete. You can unpublish it. So if I clicked that, it means that it can't be viewed. So I don't have to delete it. It's just not going to show up for my students. I will still see it, right? So if I come down here, I can still see that, but because it's grayed out, I know that my students can't see it. So I'm going to delete it. Okay. Going back up, a page. So that's what I used. If you see this right here, the Teams link for ELA live teaching, that's what I used for this. And I'm going to show you why it's one of my favorite things. So join us tomorrow. Blah, 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 blah. And you can say, watch this video, or any kind of directions. But the cool thing about a page is that it's essentially a Post-it note to me, but with a little bit more features. You can put a picture in it. You can do a link. You can pull something from your OneDrive. So if you guys are using SharePoint with your grade level and you've got great resources in there from pictures and checklists and that kind of thing, and you don't want to put it all on your computer just to upload it again, right? You can go over here and actually pull it from your OneDrive. If it's a YouTube video, you can click this and you can put in the video's web address, right? Put it in there, it'll pull it up and you can embed it in there. And so when kiddos come to your page, they can see it. I'll show you how to do that in another video though. So pages are really great. They stay forever unless you delete them. And right now, this is published to students so they could see whatever I did. I could actually individually assign it. So if I clicked that, there's an option to assign to, okay, well, maybe I want to assign it to Lily or Aiden or those friends instead of everyone. Unclick that. Oop. Going too fast for it. This one is my favorite part. So display on new page. If you click this, so it's highlighted, now it's displaying in line. Everything that you wrote here is going to be displayed. So if I went into this page that I made, and I hit edit, and I unclick this button, so it's displayed on a new page. Do you see how students have to actually click on this link? It just takes away that extra step. So if you're doing, your team's live teaching and you want them to immediately go there, you want to make sure that you display it in line. Just this one little button right here. Save changes. So it shows up. It's easier so that there's not so many steps for kiddos to go to. Next, we have add media album. You really don't need that right now. And add package, you also really don't need that. So that's what all the materials mean. I think your go-tos are folders and pages and discussion boards. And everything else is pretty much done for you if you have to do it.